Under the Penal Code Act, Section 210, attempted suicide is considered a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 2 years in prison. However, mental health experts and lawyers are concerned that the punitive action ignores underlying mental health struggles by perpetrators. Justice Minister Norbert Mao, who prides in his testimony as a former mental health patient, says criminalizing attempted suicide does not deal with the real challenge faced by victims.
We cannot punish a person. It will be like treating symptoms. We cannot just beat the shadow of the snake. We must beat the snake. If it is the conditions of life that pushes a person to attempt suicide, we must tackle those conditions rather than punishing the individual.
This should not mean the Penal Code Act, yeah? So we are still on that battleground of trying to see, working out with the relevant policymakers, stakeholders, to advocate for decriminalizing of this particular section, to advocate for laws and policies that actually are progressive enough to support persons with mental illness to go through what they are going through. The will is there. We feel like the political will is there, and we just need to give the Penal Code amendment the light of day to be able to come away with some of these obsolete provisions.
Regarding the fate of 12 clinically diagnosed mental illness patients who are stuck in prison, some since 1997, awaiting an order from the Justice Ministry for their release, Mao says he was not aware of their unfair detention and that his office will soon process their release, liaising with the prison's management, and then these will be transferred to a hospital.
These people are inmates who cannot be tried because they had mental challenges. Currently, we have 12 of them. Because they cannot be tried, the Minister of Justice has to give, I don't know what those orders are, that they paid the Minister of Justice orders. For us, we just keep them. And once there is no order, we still lock you up.
There is no excuse for not processing them. So now that has been brought to my attention, I'm going to contact the Commissioner General of Prisons. We work together with the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, and then I'll get it done, because the orders are drafted from the Ministry of Justice. So it's unfortunate if there are those who need these orders and they haven't got them in time. We are going to take care of that.
Meanwhile, lawyers have also poked holes in the Mental Health Act that does not clearly define conditions under which a mental illness patient should be secluded during treatment.
Because of the torture they are going through, they end up either committing suicide or being depressed, and yet we are here to support them to be able to go through that condition. So we are saying that the Act needs to come out clearly and provide some of these instances and conditions to warrant the people who are having mental illness, who are secluded, to be able to enjoy dignified care, but also to be in a room that is dignified.
To launch reports on the impact of long prison detention indicate that more than half of the over 78,000 prison population have mental health disorders. Dr. Hilary Irimaso, the president of the Uganda Association of Psychiatrists, also the only psychiatrist at the Uganda Prison Services, explains.
66.7% of them had a mental illness, indicating that possibly they could have been in prison because of a mental illness, and none of the actors within the criminal justice system could have picked that one before incarceration. This is a population probably that doesn't need to be in prison, needs to be in hospitals. But because of inadequate human resource capital, inadequate infrastructure, they end up there.
Juliet Nalwoga, NTV Tonight.